What's up, Wildcats? Today for Playing on Purple, I am here with Jerry Bovee, the athletic director here at Weber State. And we're just going to ask him a couple questions to get to know him.
Great.
What is the funniest thing that has happened to you recently?
Oh, well, if you spend much time with me, there's a lot of funny things that happen in my world. But I would say recently Coach Hill and I were on a flight from Indianapolis from a meeting at the NCAA, and I've been dealing with a kidney stone. And during our flight back to Sacramento for our game the next day, I had an attack on the plane, and he kept looking at me like, "Are you okay?" And I was trying to be tough about it. The seatbelt light was on. I finally had to get up and go back with the stewardess and kind of walk around and walk it off. But it was definitely, I think it looked funny. At the time it didn't feel funny, but watching Coach Hill wonder what's going on, so we got through it anyway. And then we finally passed that little kidney stone, so all was well.
If you could witness any athletic event, past, present, or future, what would it be?
Boy, I think I would have, there's a lot that I would have loved to have been in the stadium when Hank Aaron broke the record. I think that would have been, I have a deep love for baseball, even though I couldn't play it at all. I was an awful baseball player. I couldn't bunt, I couldn't do anything. But I loved the game of baseball. I would have loved to have been there tonight. He did that. Man, there's a lot of things I could think of where I'd like to have been. I would have liked to have seen Babe Ruth hit a home run. I would have loved to have been and seen Muhammad Ali fight. There's a lot of. I would have loved to have been around when the Cubs won the World Series 100 years ago. That would have been fun.
What do you like most about being a Weber State Wildcat?
Oh, the people. I think we have the greatest fans, the greatest, most loyal people in this community, and the fact that I grew up here and have such a love for Ogden and the community. The people I work with, the coaches, the passionate people that we get to be around, there's no question. The people makes it what it is. That's the thing I love most.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
I met a guy a long time ago that got a degree in veterinary science and was working as a regional manager for Culligan Water in Chicago, and he told me to always pursue my passion. To pursue a degree that you're passionate about, to pursue a job that you're passionate about because you'll be better at it. And that always stuck with me, to pursue your passions. The other piece of advice I got, the day I got married, I was told to never raise my voice at my wife. And I've always remembered it, and so far I've been perfect in that.
Good.
So those are the two things that come to mind.
Last question, what is the most rewarding thing about being the athletic director, and what's the most difficult thing?
I think the most rewarding is on a daily basis getting to interact with great people in the community, obviously, but also our student athletes. I love to see when we're able to provide an experience for them through all of the efforts of our staff and our coaches, and then to see them compete at the highest levels and achieve great things. That is so rewarding. To see a freshman come in here just out of high school, not really understanding anything about the world, and to leave here ready to go out in the world and be a productive citizen. For me, that's clearly by far the most rewarding thing about the job. Most difficult, I think on a daily basis, this job, there's nothing ever the same. No day is ever the same. There's always little fires and little crises. And so being able to manage all the little things and the public perception of what we do and the managing the message and creating the brand and continuing to push that agenda without stepping on people so that they don't want to be around you, I think that's the most difficult. Being able to continue to kind of drive what we're trying to achieve here, and dealing with the setbacks that are going to happen. The triumphs happen and they're great, but they tend to not take up as much time as some of the setbacks. So that on a daily basis is probably the most difficult. But again, for me, that's what I love about the job, is the challenge and the opportunities to create better atmospheres out of difficult situations. So I think it can be a good and a bad.
So much for being here, and thank you so much for everything that you do for Weber State. And make sure that if you like this video to give it a big thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to our channels because we put out new videos every week.
Great, go Wildcats!